Oh, hello there, my name is Brianna, and I like to teach people makeup like they are toddlers. And for today's makeup lesson, I'm going to show you how to do this really pretty green eyeshadow look. We need to prime our eyelids. If you don't have an actual eye primer, you can go ahead and apply a thin layer of your concealer or foundation. It works in a pinch, and I'm just going to tap this in with my finger until there are no harsh lines. This is going to make our eyeshadows a lot more pigmented. They're gonna last a lot longer throughout the day, and they're gonna be easier to blend. So if you take anything away from this video, it's to prime your goddamn eyelids, okay? Now the eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Ace Beauté. They actually emailed me and told me to pronounce it Beauté. They yelled at me and said I did it wrong. This is their Tropical Vibes palette. I want you to grab a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush should look like a little broom, you know, like you're gonna go sweep your floors, which you should go do, because you probably haven't. We're gonna take the shade Mango. Now stop raising your eyebrows up. If you raise your eyebrows up, I'm gonna sue you. I already have a whole list of people that I'm gonna fucking sue because you guys can't stop raising your eyebrows up, and then you guys have the audacity to backtalk me in the comments and yell at me for telling you to stop raising your eyebrows up. Okay, you're gonna go in timeout. If you have hooded eyes like me and you raise your eyebrows up and you put this shadow in your crease, when you fully relax your face, it disappears. So like I said, we're gonna relax our face. And do you see this little line right here, this little flap of skin? This is gonna be our new crease. And you're going to dot this eyeshadow right above it. And if it touches your eyebrow, it touches your eyebrow. This doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you have a line above your crease. If you lift your head back, you're gonna have a really big gap. Just take more eyeshadow and tap it in. And if you have some areas that are a little patchy or uneven, you just go back in and apply a little bit more. Now you're gonna take your brush and wipe it off. Do you see the edge of this line? You're gonna put your brush down and go side to side. And this is going to soften that line and blend it out like a little windshield wiper, you know? I like to flick up the outer corner so my eyes look a little bit more lifted. You can also put your brush down and go in little circles while going side to side. And that's gonna really help blend those little stubborn areas that don't want to blend. If your eyeshadow is not blending that well, you can go in with your face powder and right along the edges, you're gonna go side to side. And this is gonna help smooth out that line. Now, I want you to grab a smaller, fluffy brush. You can see the size difference. Now grab a darker shade of green. Remember, stop raising the eyebrows up, and you're gonna make a dot right above your crease on both sides, on the outer and inner corner. And then you can tilt your head back and fill in any gaps. What we're doing right now is called a halo eye, so it's going to be darker on either corner and lighter in the center. Once you have like a little line right there, you're going to move your brush side to side. And again, you can move your brush in little circles if that's easier. Okay, remember to flick out the outer corner if you like more of a sharp lifted look. Same with the inner corner. Move your brush side to side. Just make sure that you're not blending this darker color all the way over to the center, because remember that this is a halo eye. Now, if it looks a little bit too harsh or it's not blending that well, or you use too dark of a color, go back into that lighter yellow and lightly go on top. Just move your brush side to side. I'm gonna go back into that smaller brush with that darker green and just run this back and forth underneath my eye. As long as you're using a really tiny brush, you're not gonna get like raccoon eyes or panda eyes, but I'm connecting this line to the outer corner and to the inner corner. You're welcome to stop here if this is enough for you, but if you want this to be a little bit more dramatic and a little bit more smoky, you're gonna grab an even darker green, and I'm gonna stamp this as close to my lash line as possible. Same on the inner corner. You can also bring this underneath your eye as well. And I'm using a really small, thin shader brush. We don't want to take this darker color and just cover everything up that we just did. We want to create like a gradient. So you don't want to bring this color up too high. So that's why I'm just going to take my brush and flick it upwards. Same with this side. I'm going to take a brown liner, you can also use black or green, and stick this in my waterline. If you've never done this before, you're gonna hate the feeling of it. Yeah, Yeah, you are. I'm using the Kiss lashes in the style Big Personality. And look at that. You're done. Goodbye.